Microsoft PowerPoint is a program commonly used to create slides for presentations. We'll start out here with a blank white slide. The first thing that stares you in the face are these two blank text boxes. So first, let's talk about what goes into them: text. Text plays a big role in the look of your presentation. Not only does it give your audience valuable information, but it also expresses the look and feel of a given message. Color, font, size, and texture all play a part in giving text emotion and meaning. Let's say you're doing a business presentation on a prescription pain reliever. You have the title here, along with some facts about your product. The first thing to remember is that you want to make sure everyone, including the people in the back row, can see the words on your slide. Generally, your title will be larger than your following points. Big text is always better than small text. If your title is the main focus of your slide, it should be big, bold, and attract attention. Again, less is more. If your title is too long, your audience will get lost in the letters. You may even want to call out certain parts of a title by bolding them or by putting a word or words in uppercase for emphasis. Colors can also be used to do this, but be sure to use them sparingly. Too many colors will distract your audience from your single central focus. Let's take a look at the rest of the text here. We have a lot of facts here that all contain a lot of words. Remember, less is more. First, I'm going to simplify the text in each one of these points so that they provide the same information but don't clutter the page. That brings me to my first point. Clutter is bad. Less, simpler words make it easier for your audience to grasp the idea. No one wants to look at a sea of text. In fact, each of your most important points can be placed onto their own separate slides in order to make sure you get your message across. Let's say you wanted all this text on one page. That's fine, just as long as it's not cluttered. How do you space your text in order to make it appealing? All of your lines of text should be equally spaced. The title is your main focus here, so separate it only slightly more from the rest of your points. These statements should among themselves be spaced so that an invisible line of text can snugly fit between the parallel lines of text. The lines and title should also line up flush on the left margin. Imagine an invisible frame around the center of your slide. No text should overflow into this area. The last and possibly most important point I'd like to mention on text is about font. The font or style of typeface that you use for your text must be legible. Don't pick a novelty typeface like Papyrus or Brush Script standard for the main points of your presentation. Novelty text should only be used for callouts and, on some occasions, titles. For main points, you should find a text that is clear and bold. Serif fonts like Baskerville, Bodoni, Carlson, Garamond, and Rockwell have little details at the end of the strokes in their letters. Sans serif fonts like Franklin Gothic, Frutiger, Futura, Gill Sans, Helvetica, Myriad Pro, and Optima don't have these details. Sans serif fonts appear more modern and are crisper than traditional serif fonts. Most of the time, we don't want to mix these types of fonts. It's better that you stick with one style throughout a given presentation or series of slides. When choosing your fonts, please don't go with the standard Times New Roman or Arial fonts. You're just going to appear lazy in front of your audience. Any of the other fonts I just listed are perfectly reliable choices for any beginner designer. Alright, let's go back to our pain reliever example.